Hey Ron, we are the Elizabethtown College Young Americans for Liberty, and we have a few questions for you.
Dr. Paul, given President Obama's recent apology for the healthcare rollout, do you see real healthcare reform and a repeal of the Affordable Care Act as a viable option?
Dr. Paul, do you believe the Republican Party would be better served if it became more open to libertarian ideas?
Dr. Paul, earlier this year, Texas banned all sales of Tesla motor cars in their state. Do you think there's any justification for their actions?
Dr. Paul, do you support the regulation of these new cryptocurrencies for the sole purpose of preventing tax fraud?
Dr. Paul, do you believe we as Americans are being cheated by liberal media bias? And if so, what solutions would you offer?
Dr. Paul, you've come out in support of Edward Snowden on the terms of government transparency and privacy rights. Would you choose to prosecute Edward Snowden criminally based on the fact that he released U.S. intelligence?
Dr. Paul, as support for the Affordable Care Act plunges, do you see an opportunity for real healthcare reform sponsored by Republicans?
Dr. Paul, what is your take on the new filibuster rules in the Senate? Do you see this as generally good or bad for the people of this country?
Dr. Paul, do you have any suggestions for more apolitical students like myself to spread liberty?
Dr. Paul, where do you see the future of the student liberty movement going, and what challenges do you see us facing?
Dr. Paul, recently the FDA has moved to ban trans fats. As a physician and a liberty advocate, how do you think we can balance an individual's right to choose what enters their body with public health concern?
Hello, Dr. Paul. Given the events that happened during the Boston bombing and your views on police militarization, where do you see martial law playing an effect in the future?
Dr. Paul, do you support the idea of selling human organs in a free market system to eliminate shortages, as some foreign countries already do?
Dr. Paul, recently Elizabethtown College Young Americans for Liberty did a free speech wall for Constitution Day, in which we asked students to exercise their First Amendment right. Is there any activism from student groups that you would like to see in the future?
Dr. Paul, recently news broke that the Bureau of Labor Statistics used some fuzzy math prior to the 2012 election, resulting in a report of unemployment having fallen. What do you think can be done about government employees who seemingly continue to impart their politics into their jobs?